Good morning. Good morning. How y'all been? Checking in with y'all. Been off for a minute because something terrible happened, and I had to step back for a second to process everything and grieve, and I'm still grieving. And shout out to my girl Shanel. She used to always come on these lives and comment, and she say, "I love you, T," and "I love you, Shanel," sending all my love to you in the heavens. And I know that I have been stating and posting about her and her passing, and people probably wondering what happened to her. She's a young lady, and she was tragically she's not with us anymore. She's passed away. And I publicly did not want to talk about what happened to her because number one, is hurtful, and second of all, it is her business. And if you know her, or if you know people that know her, then you will know what happened. Other than that, I have nothing else to say. All I can say is she's in paradise now, and I know she is, because you ever hear the saying about somebody being beautiful inside and out? Well, if you looked up in a dictionary, her picture definitely would be there. She was an extremely beautiful girl on the exterior, but her heart was of gold, and she was just a sweet, loving, beautiful, kind, warm, giving-hearted, considerate, all the wonderful adjectives type of person. So I just want to say rest in peace to our dear Shanel. Her services are tomorrow, and yeah, they had a big balloon release for her. Lots of people came out for that. Her favorite color is pink, and yeah, we will be sending her home tomorrow and celebrating her beautiful life. If I could ask for anything in this regard, is just to say a prayer for her daughter. She has a young daughter who was away at college when this terrible event happened, and I know what I went through when my mother passed, and I just can't imagine a little young girl having to process all of this and to deal with the tragedy of it all. So just keep her up in prayer. Her name is Isis. Please lift her up in prayer. Ask God to wrap his comforting arms around her and keep her sane mind and body, because it's going to be a long, tough, grieving journey. My mother has been gone now for 13 years, and that pain never dies. You know what I'm saying? And if I had not done some things in my life, I probably would still be in the state of mind that I was, which was not good. But one of the most important things that I did was hold to God's unchanging hand. I turned inward, and I turned to my faith. And had I not did that, I don't know where I would be right now. God is able. God is the comforter. God is the healer of broken hearts. And I need anybody who is grieving right now, because I see all across my timeline people is getting up out of here. God is definitely calling his people home. You know, I read a saying that, why do good people always are the ones getting hurt? And the philosopher said to the person asking, when you pick a flower, which one do you always pick? You pick the prettiest flowers. But it hurt that flower to be picked, because it was in its natural habitat, growing, minding its own business, doing its own thing, and then you come along because you like it, you picked it. Well, God does the same thing. When my brother was murdered when I was 19, my brother Brian, shout out to Brian, he was 19 as well, and I was so grief-stricken, that my main concern was, we were so young, and did he have time to accept the Lord and Savior in his heart? Did he have time to turn his heart to God? Did he know? And you know what the pastor told me at that funeral home? He said, you don't know what conversation him and God had before he died. Do you think God is the God would not let him have an opportunity? And that brought me some level of comfort. But that year I took Shahada. Yeah, that death made me turn definitely towards my faith, and I've been learning and growing with it ever since, because my faith is a learning and a self-discipline type faith, where you have to show yourself approved. You have to study to show yourself approved. But I'm not going to go into the tenets of my faith, but whatever your faith is, when you are struggling and you are grieving right now, the point of the matter is turn to God's unchanging hand, because he is the answer. He is the medicine your heart needs. He will comfort you. He will heal your broken heart. It may not be in the same shape it was before you experienced the tragedy, but time is the great equalizer. And in time, you'll be able to cope a little bit better. Trust me when I tell you this. But when you're in it, and when it just now happened to you, you can't hear these words. I'm telling you, it took me years to be able to comment on someone's post to tell them my deepest condolences, because it would trigger me and send me into a mental spiral. And those closest to me know the deep depressions that I will go in. And I'm a very private person, and I don't like to put my burdens or troubles on anyone. But I would go into myself and be quiet, and I would not speak, and I would go off the air, and I would be uncommunicative. And some people, took it personal, and some people understood, because they may have gone through something similar in the past themselves. But losing a person that you come from, your first love, because that's the first person you see next to the doctors and the nurses when you come into this world. How do you cope when you lived your whole life knowing this individual from moment one, lived inside of their bodies? How do you cope with losing that individual? So that's why I'm saying, please, if you are a believer and you have compassion in your heart, offer up a prayer for this young girl, because it's going to be a rough road for her. She's an only child, and yeah, the whole situation is just messed up. But outside of that, long live Shanel, and praying for her family and her loved ones and all her friends and everyone that cares about her. We love you, Shanel. We miss you deeply. We miss you deeply, and it was totally unfair what happened to you. Totally unfair. With that being said, I want to segue into another conversation. Shout out to Coke, my friend, because he knows things that I know that I'll never tell. And between me and her, and I'm glad I was a person that she could trust in and that she could come to. And I'm glad that I was in a position to be able to be a person for her in her life to come to. But she has so many friends and so many loved ones and people that loved her. So I wasn't the only one. So it's just a tragic situation, and we lost a good one. We lost a real one. We lost a beautiful person, and it hurts. It hurts deeply. And I have not been okay, but I'm always going to function on the outside. People will never know what I'm dealing with, but I know what I'm dealing with. And yeah, it's going to take a long time for us to come back from this one. I'm going to segue into a conversation in regards to, the point of the matter is the title of this video. Everybody is going off about this Diddy documentary and 50 Cent doing a Diddy documentary and all the different issues that were brought up in the documentary. And I'll be honest, before I go there, I did not watch it. I have not watched it. I'm not going to say I don't intend to watch it, or I didn't want to watch it. It's just that I have other things to do, and that's the point of the matter. Okay, the point of the matter is this, that I want to make a point on. That is, whatever it is that Diddy is alleged to have done or did or whatnot, I'm always a champion for the underdog, but I look through lenses a different way, and I see things a different way. And this is my thoughts on the whole thing. Like I said, I'm not going to get into what Diddy did or may have done or may have not done, or what type of stuff he's into. I'm not going to get into all that. That's salacious stuff. I'm not going to get into all that. What I'm going to talk about is this: us as black people. It's hard as fuck. Excuse my French, Lord. It's hard to be a black person, particularly in this country, because everybody hate us, but they all want to be us, but we hate us more than they hate us. My thing is, why get yourself involved? I like 50. 50 might be petty, but 50 got a nice, business acumen and shit like that. And I always celebrate a black person that has risen above. But I'm going to tell you right now, they're not giving you hundreds of millions to billions of dollars, and they're not going to ask for something in return. You gotta be part of a humiliation ritual, or you gotta be part of a humiliation ritual. Do you understand what I'm saying? Do you understand what I'm saying? See, maybe I said 50 should have set this one out. Maybe he didn't have a choice. Maybe he didn't have that was his penance for being granted to be able to be a successful black man in this world. Because see, they'll allow you to be so successful to a point, but they'll never let you forget that you're a black man. Now, I come from a state that if something racial happens in that state, you read in the comment section of the news post or whatnot of that incident, and you'll see all the white people saying, that's typical. That's typical of them. Yeah, I knew of the usual suspects. Yeah, that's what they get. Monkey. All this weirdo shit. And when people wonder why I don't move back there permanently, because I know I'm going to have it out with one of them. At one point in time, I know I am. I had it out with them before I left here. I got spit on trying to go to college on a scholarship and said I didn't belong there when I was there on an academic scholarship. And I let their racism deter me from getting an education for free at their school, where I ultimately had to go somewhere else and pay. Yeah. So, you know, black people, we got to check ourselves. And then we look at all the posts on the comments of Diddy in this 50 Cent documentary, and all you see is black people saying horrible, crazy shit about this dude. It takes me reminiscent of R. Kelly. Everybody turned against this dude. He did this, he did that, da 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 da. And I'm not saying whataboutism or trying to be a comparison, but there's other counterparts of another persuasion, of another race, who have done that and more and worse. So Diddy, he's in jail right now. What do you want him dead? What is your problem with him? Did he do something to you? Because if he didn't do nothing to you, the point of the matter is, it ain't got shit to do with you. You don't publicly go out here berating and jumping on the white man's side to gang up against one of your own. This is why we are never going to get ahead. We are never going to go no fucking where, because we are against each other. See, one thing about my faith is we're together. We are together. Whether we're Sunni, whether we're the nation, whether we whatever, we're together because we believe in the one true God. And that's what makes us have a common ground and a common basis. Black people, you're going to have to find your common ground. Yes, we can admonish our own when they're wrong. I'm not saying Diddy's innocent. I don't know what the fuck Diddy is. It ain't my business. But I know he's serving jail time for whatever he's been alleged to do. He was acquitted of some serious charges, and we cheered him. Just a few months ago, we were there, yeah, Diddy beat the feds. And now a black man is the producer of a derogatory, salacious documentary of him, and now is fuck Diddy this, da 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 da, Diddy. Man, what's up with us, man? See, the point of the matter is you gotta check yourself. You need to check your temperature. You gotta ask yourself, where the fuck do I stand? Because if a black man or a black woman is wrong, yes, we admonish them. We pull them to the side and we admonish them. But we don't join ranks with others and put our own down. Where do they do that at? I'll tell you where they do that at. In motherfucking America, spelled with 3 Ks. That's where they do that at. And you want to know why we do that? Because it's ingrained in our DNA. We have a serious case of mitochondrial DNA interruption. Whether you believe the Willie Lynch letter is real or not, that shit happened, and worse. And they were taught at that time. They were pit against each other. A black woman and her child was laid to stand there while they beat and tarred her man, the father of her child. Strapped his leg and arm to one horse and strapped his leg and arm to another horse, slapped the horse on the ass and made it run in different directions and tear him apart. Scared and shocked her and the kids so much into submission. This is the type of stuff that's embedded in our DNA. They pitted against us between the house nigga and the field nigga, the light skin versus the dark skin, the have and the have not. And all the, you talking about we 450 plus years of oppression and slavery, what they did to us, what have we done to each other? That's the point of the matter. Now, don't mistake me here that I'm sitting here cheerleading for Diddy. No, I'm not. Don't mistake me here that I'm cheerleading for R. Kelly. No, I'm not. And on that note, free Big Shug. Free him. Because there is counterparts of another persuasion and another race who've done way worse than him. Been sentenced, their asses out of jail. That man is in jail because he was a threat. He was incredibly intelligent. He is incredibly intelligent. He's powerful. He's strong. And he had a lot of money. And they had to lock this fool up. And if they couldn't take his money, they had took his freedom. Stupid of him to put himself in a position to have his freedom taken. However, we can talk the points of his case at a later date. However, it is a clear case of self-defense. However, the boy had done a lot of stuff, and karma comes back to get you. But at this point, he served enough of his time. Time to let him go on home and do what he got to do, and hope that he's a changed man. But we've totally tossed away R. Kelly, and R. Kelly gave us all this good, beautiful, wonderful music, make us feel good. I won't listen to R. Kelly. Fuck R. Kelly. Hey, that's your prerogative. I listen to Kells. That Gotham City from the ghetto is my shit. Okay, that's my shit. And number one hit, oh yeah, that's definitely my shit. And religious love, oh my goodness, that's my jam. But the fact of the matter is, what do? We admonish our own. We can outcast them, but don't never join sides with the other side in derogatory statements and degrading your own. Hey, I know I'm talking to the wind, because ain't nobody about to listen to this shit. Black, this is embedded in our DNA. What has to happen is the DNA has to change. So with mine and my progeny, I'm doing that. I'm doing that. You ain't never gonna catch me out here beating down another black man or black woman when they already down. The white man system has already did what it did. It put his ass in jail. What more do you want? I'm ashamed of 50. I'm ashamed of 50 because why involve yourself? You know why 50 involved herself? Let's peel back the layers and let's keep it 100% real. Let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it a thou wow. Diddy smutted out his baby mama. Had his baby mama out there looking stupid. He got the ultimate get back. And now he mad. He got to answer to his son. Why your mama out here in a trial with a dude and he ain't your daddy? Why is a man out here paying for your mama and you to live, and I'm only giving y'all $4,000 a month, but he breaking your mama off $20,000 a month? Why your mama out here trying to get in a justice system in a case involving this man, and the man that she on the stand testifying against is paying for her lawyer? Why daddy, why you ain't paying for her lawyer, daddy? Every time it's some silly ass beef, it's a bitch somewhere involved. Peel back the layers and you will find some motherfucking Jezebel ass trick. And I'm keeping it real. Tell me, am I lying? But I'm disappointed in 50. Because 50 should have set that one out. And I'm disappointed in Diddy. Because you've lost your mind. But I'm going to tell you about who I am really disappointed in out of everybody. And this is off topic. I'm disappointed in Whitney Houston. Man, Whitney Houston had it all. Beauty. Beautiful singing voice, money, and she squandered God's gift. And you know what happened when you squander God's gift? He give you chance after chance after chance after chance, and you don't take it, then he take your ass up out of here. Oh, it's a lesson to be learned. It's a lesson to be learned. But the point of the matter is of this, and I'm gonna get off of here, they all got more money than every motherfucking body watching me, and everybody around here commenting got something to fuck to say. And when it's all said and done, they still gonna have more money than you. So what? You done made yourself look like a fool, and you done sold yourself off to the other side. You need to check yourself. And that's the point of the matter today. Y'all have a good day, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace. Long live Shanel.